one of the, I guess you could say, premier cards.
Yeah, it is one of the premium cards.
Power.
Let's go. So we're going to move straight into the matchup. Let's see who's starting first here. Looks like Keenan has dropped two Violus. It's Calvin's turn now. He's going to discard a Earthen Vessel, looking for his second entry, I think. Discarding one of his 4 Iono that he plays. So the first deck search. Usually the first deck search is slightly longer, so that you can have a look and see what cards are in his prize.
Yeah.
One psychic energy coming out.
I think here, you know, he's just making sure that he has his attackers, he has his energy cards as well. He's only playing the 3 copies of Dark Energy, 7 copies of Psychic, pretty standard list. And he's just ensuring that all his options are on the table. He will realize that his Mystery Garden is prized, but I don't think that is too big of a worry.
Perfect. Gardevoird EX, right? Sometimes when you play Gardevoird EX, because most people only play 2 copies, right? I have experienced games where both of those copies were in the prize. I feel very tired when those kinds of games.
That's why I'm team 3 Pult instead of team 2 Pult.
For that same reason, right?
Same reason.
So we're going to Waltz down on the bench with an energy attached. Here we go, it's Keenan's turn now. He drew into an Ultra Ball. I see all the 2 cards that he plays are in his hand as well. I see even the Vitality Band, a Mega Lucario. An Ultra Ball coming up there. Shout out to that regional Ultra Ball from way back when. It's got a Riolu and the Vitality Band. I think he believes that he doesn't need the Vitality Band for this matchup against Gardevoird EX. Take big knockouts with Premium Power Pro is the way, I think.
And for limited resources, though, so I can't do that too many times.
Yep. You see, I think he's now checking to see how many resources he has as well.
Yeah, you know, likely Keenan's going to be looking to bench the Makuhita. So his basic setup is kind of complete. Actually,
he will definitely want.
He will want the Lunar Rock.
Yeah, I was thinking he wanted Lunatone and Soul Rock instead, but it looks like he couldn't find like both pieces, so he's going to opt for taking the Makuhita instead. Maybe, hopefully, have a Hariyama in hand later to drag that Waltz from the bench to the active spot. Here comes a Killia. This is the new Killia, right? For Mega Evolutions. No longer we are playing the old Killia. This one is 100 HP, it's boosted HP. It has the first attack called Call Sign, where you can search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon, reveal and put up your hand. Lily's Determination turn 1.
Keep in mind, it's not a basic Pokemon.
Correct. It's not even evolution Pokemon. It's any Pokemon you want. Even EX, you can find like 1 Mega DNC and 2 Mega Gardevoird EX if you really wanted to. So an energy set onto the Drifloon. Lily's Determination going to allow Kelvin to draw 8 cards because he still has 6 prizes. Let's see what he has here. He wants to get another Waltz, I think.
Yeah, another Waltz would be really, really safe. I think he also wouldn't mind getting some monkeys down. He did attach an energy to the front, so he won't be able to attach dark energy to the monkey if he does find it. But as you know, thinning is winning, right?
Yes,
so,
exactly.
Having that 1 monkey onto the field is something that he eventually would want to get anyways.
Yes.
So I won't be surprised if after this Artisan, if he has 1 more ball switch, we will see a monkey go down. But here he's got an amazing technical machine evolution, which allows your opponent, allows your Pokemon to use the attack evolution. Choose 2 of your bench Pokemon, and you can evolve them basically for free. But it seems as if one of the Curlias is either in Kelvin's hands, as he can't evolve the Curlia, which is currently benched.
Which is fine because all he needs is that Gardevoird EX in play, which means he can start attacking from next turn. Keenan's looking at that Gardevoird EX though. It is troublesome. He does have the maximum belt in his hand though. If he can get, he does have Mega Lucario as well. Could we see a knockout early turn? But I don't think he has enough energy to do that.
He just needs 1 more attachment to the front, and if he's able to gust it out with the Makuhita, the Gardevoird is dead.
Let's see if he can able to knock out that Gardevoird EX. So he gets out the Soul Rock here. He does have Mega Lucario. He has the pass because he doesn't have an energy card. So he just finds the Soul Rock and it's passes turn. And exactly as you predicted, Ryan, here comes a Monkey Dory.
Yeah, no, a little bit surprising because I thought we saw him have the extra energy, so I would have expected him to charge the back Riolu, just start charging up another Pokemon here.
Maybe he doesn't want to commit to that energy. If he lost, because if he gets, I'm not sure. I also agree with you that I think I would have attached it to the bench. Maybe he doesn't have fighting energy in hand. Maybe,
because I mean, even if I were to use Screamtail here, which it seems like Kelvin is going for, you would surely scream at the Makuhita, right?
For sure.
To get rid of any kind of bossing shenanigans coming from Keenan's side of the field.
Correct. So use the Screamtail, knock out that Makuhita. Kelvin's bench would be safer, right?
Yeah, Kelvin's bench would be a lot safer, so you wouldn't be worried about like Gardevoird being gusted out and just getting knocked out from there, right?
Keenan does play 1 boss's orders to help him do that gusting to the active spot, but looks like he will need to go for more setup next turn though. 1 more energy to discard pile. Gardevoird is coming up to the active spot here. Gardevoird is going to attack, I think.
Having 2 energies attached onto this Gardevoird right now using the Psychic Embrace. We have 2 damage counters on him. Knocks out the Riolu here.
Using Miracle Force, 190 damage. Of course, it covers all from any special conditions. Rarely that comes into play nowadays. Keenan here looking at a wall, I think. It's a really
there's no energies. Yeah, he only has having to use the Ultra Ball to get rid of his cards. But
because he discard the Maximum Belt and the Mega Lucario EX from his hand. He has lost access to that Maximum Belt for the rest of the match here.
Yeah, but I mean, he's gonna find another
Okay, he's gonna
Soul
use.
Rock. Okay, so he's starting to go. He's going down the Soul Rock route, right? So here he either knock out the route to the back, the Scream Tail, or the Monkey Dory if he chooses to use the Hariyama here. But he's got nothing in his hand.
No, he only has that air balloon in hand, so it's pretty rough. He's gonna have to pass and pray.
Yeah,
pass and pray that he gets an energy or something. Oh, I see 2 cards. So that's the Soul Rock and the air balloon. Gonna attach the air balloon, and he's gonna pass. He's gonna retreat to the Makuhita and pass and keep the other Soul Rock in hand. Okay. Kelvin is attaching the Dallas NG to Monkey Dory, so Monkey Dory's ability is now active.
Yeah, and then you have the Bravery Charm attached to the Drifloon. Kelvin is prepping so much for basically nothing on the board. We see it.
What a big research though. He's discarding a Mew EX energy, even counter catcher because he's already taking the price lead. I guess you don't need a counter catcher anymore. He only plays one copy in his deck.
Yeah, I mean most Guardians only play one at this point in time, but we see a fresh set of 7 here. Kelvin is primed to just slowly just beat down onto Keenan here.
I think I want to be too I want to be too far. I would just use Miracle Force this turn, I think. Because even the Lucario only has no energy on it attached, right? So I think the safer place is just use Miracle Force every turn. Gonna use the Monkey Dory's ability to transfer the 2 damage counters onto Keenan's Lunatone on the bench. Kelvin picks up his second prize card. 4 prizes remaining. A top deck research! A top deck Professor's research for Keenan. Can he come back here? I see you draw an Altazon, Fighting Gong. So you can get a fighting energy at the very least and draw a card, I think.
Yeah, so with the Fighting Gong, you can either find a Fighting Energy or get yourself another Riolo if you're worried about that. You find yourself a Fighting Energy. The Fighting Energy is going to be used for the Luna cycle. So you can discard the Fighting Energy from your hand and then you can draw 3 more cards.
The unfortunate thing is that Lucario does need more than one fight. Mega Lucario needs more than one fighting energy to attack. Unless he uses the Lucario baby.
Yeah, but the baby isn't going to do anything with, to this Gardevoird EX unless you draw like out of 4 premium power pros to 3. Right, because 90, 91, 50, no, you can't even do anything with 4.
And you're also giving Kelvin like another extra 3 more damage counters to pass over to yourself, right? I mean, in Keenan's case here. Another Makuhita comes down to the bench using the Altazon.
Makes sense. You want to replace, you want your draw or your gussing engine back, right? Because you only played, I think, 1 copy of the Boss's orders there. So we do see the Riolu coming back to the field.
There is that backup. Riolu is going to pass again. This is tough here for Keenan. Very, very tough. Because the Rare Candy into a second Gardevoird EX. Kelvin cementing his position in the match right now with double Gardevoird on the board.
Locking in closer and closer to the top 8.
Yes.
Kelvin here decides to retreat his Gardevoird EX to start using his Scream Tail here. Attaches 2 from the second embrace from the Gardevoird, which puts 4 damage counters onto the Scream Tail. Scream Tail can then start screaming at the Makuhita, which is the strategy which I was talking about earlier, right? You get rid of the gussing engines. There's no way that the Makuhita, rather that Keenan can kind of gust out any more Gardevoirds, but in this kind of position, Kelvin is so ahead.
He's very ahead right now, and there's no energy attached to any of Keenan's Pokemon here. At most, he can use Soul to take a knockout on Scream Tail, but I think that's as far as he can go. 1 fighting energy using the Night Stretcher. Gonna attach the fighting energy and gonna be Cosmic Beam, I think, onto this Scream Tail, which would be a knockout, but it's very tough, very, very tough for Keenan right now.
Too little, too late. Cosmic Beam is not gonna be used yet. We are gonna use Artisan to find ourselves 1 more basic Pokemon, but I believe that's all the basic.
Yeah, because 1 Makuhita is in the prize, right?
Yeah, 1 Makuhita is in the prize, so that is pretty much all Keenan can do. Kelvin is currently 3 prizes ahead. Once he takes 1 more prize, Keenan can't. It's so hard for Keenan to come back. Yeah, Keenan manages to get 1 prize right now, but it's 3. It's to 5.
Yes. It's very, very tough.
It's a little bit too hard for Kelvin to come back. Sorry, for Keenan to come back here. But Kelvin is gonna, make it as hard as possible for Keenan to come back in the game.
Keenan is, as we mentioned earlier, keeping this single prize board right now. So Kelvin, even he'll be forced to take single prize after single prize. But I think even if Keenan evolves into Mega Lucario EX, it's gonna get immediately knocked out by a Gardevoird EX or any of Kelvin's Pokemon for sure.
Yeah, I mean, look, all Kelvin needs to do is bench the NC, get the NC, attach 2 energies, Garland Ray,
and then that's it.
Galvin Ray, sorry.
And right now, even Gardevoird EX can do the job, right? So it's pretty tough because Kelvin already down to 3 prizes, so Mega Lucario is an instant win.
Yeah, so Keenan's, I doubt we'll see the Mega Lucario actually come down and be played at this point in time. But we do see Keenan pushing up the Lunatone, his one and only, I guess, waning moon left on the field. So Keenan just trying to see if there's a point in even putting the baby Lucario right now. He's only playing that 1 copy of it. Yes, he plays multiple Night Stretches. Yes, he's going to be able to pick up the Lucarios back from the discard pile and evolve them to use again and again and again, such as the Avenging Knuckle, right? 150.
Yes.
If one of your fighting Pokemon were being knocked out the previous turn.
Which it did, so it's gonna attack right now for 150 damage, I think. I see he has that 1 lone copy of Boss's Orders coming out to knock out. It's gonna knock out the Monkey Dory here, so Monkey Dory won't be able to use Adrena Brain. That will transfer the damage counters from Kelvin's side of the field to Keenan's side. So Keenan now taking his second prize. He's still far away here. Kelvin just needs 2 more prizes to win. This Gardevoird attack to 2 of Keenan's Pokemon, right? That should be all.
That should be it. I'm not sure. I mean, if there's a chance for Keenan kind of like boss trapped the Gardevoird back, maybe.
Maybe,
looking at
yeah.
like a line.
I think that's why Keenan was looking at this card. I'll just check and see how many second energies were left. I think there are 2 inside there. It was a bit tough for him to retreat lock Kelvin. Monkey Doll is back online. We're seeing a journey. Keenan just had to scoop here. It's pretty unfortunate for Kelvin. Pretty unfortunate.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was almost nothing that Keenan could do
Yeah.
at that point in time.